Hey Gemini, what's up gang? Hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and look into what is the tea, okay? This could be the tea on you, or this could just be the tea in general, like what spirit needs you to know, okay? So if that interests you, stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That's going to have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just hop right into this. So again, this is just the tea. This could be what is the tea on you, like what you need to know that you don't know, or what people are saying about you, or this could even just be what spirit needs you to know. It just is, we're going to keep it general, okay? This is just the information, right? The tea. So we have protection that came out for the intuitive message. So I do feel like the tea on you is that you are protected, divinely directed, and all of that good stuff. I do feel like there could be people who are seeing this firsthand, maybe because of something that they've done to you. I don't really know, but I'm also getting the energy that spirit wants you to know that you're protected, okay? Spirit wants you to know that maybe something was protection, like maybe a rejection, or maybe something that fell apart, or something didn't go your way. That was actually protection, okay? Because you're heavily looked after and heavily guided here with this, all right? So that is the tea, Gemini, all right? Let's see what we have here, though. Let's get a message. What's the tea? What is the tea when it comes to Gemini, please? What is the tea when it comes to Gemini? We have, look, you can't make it up. That's why I'm saying. I wonder sometimes if people will be like, does she just select these for what she wants to say? No, it's the truth, right? We have protected coming out. Yeah, look. And then I didn't even realize that the ancestors was right under that. Exactly. Protected by your ancestors for some of you guys. Some of you guys, somebody could be trying to give you something that is not good. Maybe it doesn't have great energy on it or something here. So be aware of the food that you're eating, the gifts you're accepting from people. Even if, like, I don't know, for somebody I'm getting like they don't like their hairdresser. Like maybe somebody does braids in your hair, or they cut your hair, or something weird about your hairdresser. It's like, make sure that, you know, you're not getting your hair cut from that person, because I don't know if they're doing the heebie-jeebie. They could be keeping hair. I don't know. But there's something like that for somebody coming through, okay? But yeah, there's this energy here of maybe somebody trying to give you something that it's not good. So maybe this is an offer, a dirty offer, or maybe this is a gift. Okay, again, a meal, a food, something that it's not good. So I would reject this gift, is the energy that's coming through. Also, I'm feeling like you're protected because you are a gift, right? So there's that energy as well, like being very protected because of what you offer, what you put into the world, and just how you're set up, Gemini. Okay, yeah. So what is the tea? We have the lighthouse. So if you guys have been in a dark place, what Spirit is saying is that you're going to be seeing your way out of that really soon. With the lighthouse energy, there could be being led out of a not so great situation. For some of you, this could be a contract, maybe a legal binding contract. It's interesting because she has the dark nails, and then we saw with the gift card, that lady had dark nails. So maybe somebody tried to like set you up into like maybe a lease that was bad, or a working arrangement that wasn't great, or even a connection, a marriage. Like they acted one way, then you got married and they completely switched up on you. For somebody out here, there could be something like that going on, okay? And if that's the case, what Spirit is saying is you're going to be led out of that situation. All right. Or you're being protected and shown a different way where you don't even get into that situation. For some of you guys, if you've been needing work, or you've been needing some kind of opportunity to come through, you've been needing maybe to have a contract be introduced to you, right? Or maybe you've been waiting for an approval, an acceptance, or something like that. Maybe you've been waiting for somebody to drop papers in regards to something. I do feel like that is going to happen. I'm also getting that energy before of like you are being protected because you're this lighthouse for people, Gemini. Like you give people a lot of hope. You help people believe in themselves. You help people heal themselves, or something that you do. It's like it lights up the darkness. This could even be just you going to the grocery store and making people laugh, you know, bringing people out of that depressed misery because they're stuck at this place that sucks, you know. And it's like you come in there, you laugh, you brighten everybody's day up, and then you go about your day, and it's like you don't realize the impact that you have on people. Like people are better off after interacting with you. So there's something here with that. Okay, or maybe you just brighten up people's day. I'm getting the energy of like school teachers too, where it's like kids' best part of the day is when they get to come in your classroom. because you're funny and you're goofy and you treat him like a person instead of just a little tiny kid, right? It's like there's something where people really do enjoy your presence or your energy. And this is why Spirit protects you, because you do good for the world, right? You help raise the vibration. It's like true light working energy, okay? So interesting. I can't help but look at this knuckles too. Somebody might be getting a spiritual knuckle sandwich right now when it comes to you, Gemini, okay? That's not for everybody, obviously. What else do we have here? What's the tea here when it comes to Gemini gang, please? What's the tea? What is the tea when it comes to Gemini gang? What do they need to know, please? Where is that? Right here. So we have the formula coming out. Yeah, it's like, I feel like the tea is that you have like the secret formula. Like you know something that other people don't know. You have some kind of like special something, something, right? Like, I don't know. It's funny because I was talking about this on Patreon where it's like you get asked with another person to make a turkey sandwich, right? And that person just gets bread and some mayo and some turkey and some cheese, and that's their turkey sandwich. But you got like the garlic aioli and the heirloom tomatoes and the ruffled butter lettuce and like, you know, onions that you know, pickled yourself. And it's like, you do the most, right? There's something here where whatever you do, like you do it very well. And so there's this energy here of people maybe trying to figure out your formula, trying to figure out how you do what you do. How are you able to do so much is coming through as well, because I feel like you're very busy. You have a lot going on. You know, some of you guys got kids and you're in school and you're working and you have family things going on and, you know, you have side projects and pets, and it's like you have a whole life. How do you get everything done is coming through. So be aware of that. Like there could be people out there who want to know your secret sauce. They want to know your formula. I don't think it's as simple as just, I wake up and I talk like this and I act like this. I think it's like your whole life. I think it's everything accumulated, right? What you've been through has turned you into who you are today. And so if they really wanted to be like you or be able to figure out your secret sauce, they would need to go all the way back to the beginning when you were in your mama's womb, and they would need to start there, right? It's like, so I feel like maybe there could be people that are figuring that out, or they just could feel like you have protection and they're not able to get past that protection. For some of you guys, if people are maybe pulling cards on you or doing anything like they're looking into you, spiritually trespassing or something like that, there could be this energy of their energy is getting reflected back to them. So what they're picking up in the cards is that, you know, maybe you're miserable and, you know, you're this and you're that, but you're like, but they're like, this person doesn't really come off that way. Like Gemini doesn't seem like they're miserable. And that could be because that's their energy that's being reflected back at them. There could be some kind of protection where people are not able to look into you spiritually, Gemini. Yeah, look, you can't make it up. I'm telling you, okay? Access denied, right? There's something there with that. And maybe these people have even been cautioned, like, don't go over there messing with Gemini or leave something alone or whatever, guys. I don't know. I just got a really quick flash of the angry ancestor too when I was shuffling that. So yeah, there's something here where, especially if somebody's spiritual like you, it's like they've been warned, you know? Do not pass the gun line. There's something like that going on. But I feel like even if they were trying to figure out what you do and how you do what you do and how you got what you got, it's like they're not able to. So even if this is not spiritual and this is like involving like work or whatever, and it's just everyday people trying to figure out how did you get that promotion? How are you able to do your job so well? What's going on in your life? Are you with somebody? You know, are you really happy? How did you heal that? How did you lose all that weight? Or how did you gain all that muscle or whatever? It's like there's somebody here who's trying to figure out how you got what you got. That's the tea. Like they're trying to figure out the formula. And for them, it's feeling like it's really confusing. I mean, look at all that. For some reason, they're showing me that meme of that dude where he's like pointing at the whiteboard. He's got a cigarette in his hand. He looks like he ain't slept in 3 days. Like that's the energy that they're giving me. Like somebody is stressing right now about trying to figure out how you are the way you are or why you're so protected or something. I don't know, guys. Okay. People got way too much damn time on their hands. We have caring connections. Okay. With the lotus on the bottom. So somebody could be reminiscing about you right now. That could definitely be the tea. Somebody could be maybe thinking back to when things were better with you, or maybe more comfortable, or maybe when they had more time. Even if you're with this person, you could be married to this person or whatever. And there could be this energy of like, I wish we could go back to how it was in the beginning. But, you know, life has changed. We're both busy. There's been stress. There's been things that have happened that have almost like torn the connection down. And I do feel like somebody thinks about how it used to be. Like it's a big reminiscing energy when this card comes out. Maybe they see that you have grown from a dark place, like you're not the same anymore. And maybe this situation that's happened with them has caused you to bloom into like this beautiful flower, but also at the same time, there's like, it's a bittersweet kind of energy, because it's like, but you're also not the same. And maybe you don't treat them the same, or maybe you're not going to receive them the same, or something like that. Somebody could be at a crossroads right now too. And it does feel like it is in regards to a significant connection, whether y'all are married or not, or whatever. It feels like this person maybe is at a crossroads of, should they walk away? Should they continue forward? Should they try harder? Should they try less? Like, especially if you are with somebody, I'm getting that energy, like a big, like, remember when we used to dance out in the rain in the front yard? And remember when we used to go on long drives? And it's like, well, why don't you do it then? I don't know, you know? It's like, if you want to go dance in the rain with your partner, go dance in the rain. But maybe they feel like you don't want to do those things anymore. That's for somebody. Somebody could be thinking about long conversations that they have with you, Gemini. Or this is you. You would know, right? If you're the one reminiscing, you would know. But it feels like somebody is thinking about long conversations they had with somebody, or like just the good times. And it's like, damn, I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back to that. But I don't know if Gemini wants to go back, or if it would be, you know, received. Like, they feel like if they asked you to go dance in the rain, you'd be like, go dance in the rain. I just did my hair. I have to take care of the kids. I got to tuck the kids in. I got to clean up from dinner. Like, it's like life has gotten in the way of something. I don't know. That's for somebody, guys. That's for somebody. Yeah, it feels like somebody's bottled up. Like, they want to send a message. That's not for everybody, but it is for somebody. And even if you're with this person, it's like they don't say everything that they want to say. You know, they kind of hold back. Also, if there's some kind of like, this is so specific, but it's coming through, so I'm going to say it. If there's some kind of mental thing going on with somebody, or maybe they have like a disease, like a, you know, maybe like Alzheimer's or something. I don't know. That would, you know, this could even be like a parent or something. It could be a spouse, but it could be like a parent or something. And somebody's just starting to forget the things like from the past, like, you know, how you were when you were a child, or who you even are. Like, you know, if there's something like that going on, it's like they get glimpses of this, or maybe you wish that somebody would be able to remember that, you know, you're their child or something. But it's like all these memories are like bottled up. I don't know. That's so specific, but that's, I'm getting that for somebody. We're not going to keep these cards I'm pulling now. I just want to get extra cards. Let's see what we have here. What's the T for Gemini, please? What's the T? Yeah, we have affection. Okay. We have affection, we have admiration, we have, you know, giving somebody wanting to give you your flowers, somebody wanting to show you attention, shower you with compliments, recognition coming through. But this feels sweet. Like, this feels like it's from somebody, okay? And not from like a group of people. This feels like somebody in particular is like, I picked these flowers for you, you know, but I don't know. It feels like something's stagnant or something's iced over. So this is so specific. It feels like there's somebody here that's in a connection, or they were in a connection. If you were married or you are married to somebody, it's like you feel like even if you gave them flowers, it wouldn't matter. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like, somebody wants to go back, or somebody wants to make something better, but they're also feeling like it won't be recognized, accepted, received, appreciated because of everything that's happened, because of how much has, because how much has happened. But what Spirit is saying is actually this stagnation for some of you, not for everybody. You know your life better than me. But there's this energy here of like, for somebody, this stagnation is a lie. It's a good lie. Like, it can be fixed. It might take work, and it might take honest communication, and it might take like both of you guys deciding to be on the same page. But I feel like for some of you, especially for those who have been with somebody for a very long time, like, I do feel like it is possible to get back to that, but it takes both of you. And it is going to take some kind of vulnerability, openness, and some kind of conversation here. Like, we just can't just go back and act like nothing happened. That's the problem, right? Like, I feel like in relationships, when you just skim shit over and you don't really worry about it, and it's like, I'm gonna sweep it under the rug, and when we get back, or we, you know, make up or whatever, and they act like nothing happened, those resentments, those hurts, all that crap has not been dealt with. And so the next time something happens, we're not just dealing with what's happening now, we're also dealing with what happened back then that we didn't deal with. So everything kind of compounds. So it's like the days of kind of just glazing over things and acting like this didn't happen. Let's just move on. Let's just act like it's no big, you know what I mean? Because we don't want to deal with it. It's like this causes problems later down the line. And maybe somebody is seeing that. Like, maybe somebody is seeing like, I need to just start saying sorry right then and there when I'm sorry, instead of just letting this person not be mad anymore, and then me coming back in and acting like everything's good. And then they're still kind of low-key mad because they never got that apology. So to that person, it translates as like, you really just don't care, you know? So that's like just some quick free marriage counseling for somebody out here, because it feels like that's something that's going on, because it could be heading to divorce really quickly if we can't solve these problems, right? Or this spiritual contract could be over. Even if y'all aren't married, it's like you had a contract with the divine. This could be over really quickly if this isn't settled, right? So there's something like that happening. Yeah, because it's like, again, I told you, the resentments, the bitterness, right? With fuck you coming out, and then the focus card, fire ants. Like focusing on things that are making you angry. It's like, this is what's going to lead to this. Okay. So that is for somebody here. Sheesh. I was not expecting that. Anything else? Anything else? What's the tea? What's the tea for Gemini gang? Tea could be that you have a prestigious honor coming your way. Now this is a glass slipper. So of course it is a node to Cinderella. So something could be coming back around. It feels like an opportunity. It feels like maybe you didn't have a chance the first time. Maybe this was to create that business, start that project, land that deal, right? Whatever it is, maybe get that house. Maybe you wanted to get a car and it fell through or something. There is something that you wanted before that you weren't able to have, and this could be getting offered to you again. Also, I feel like this could be something you wanted in the past, but it's being offered in a different form, okay? So like say you had your heart set on a house. You really wanted this. You know, but for whatever reason it fell through. Maybe you went and had some inspections done and you found out, oh wow, this place has black mold or something like that. And so it was like, I can't have this place no more, you know? Spirit is sending you a replacement that is going to feel, it's going to give the vibes of what you wanted before, but it's going to be in a different package. So like when you see this new house, it's like, oh wow, you know, and you go in and you have that same feeling of excitement and like a feeling of home and feeling like, wow, I could see myself like living in this house, you know? But it's a different house. There's something like that, because I feel like with this first house, you felt like you'd never find a house like that again. But I'm saying house, it could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a situation, it could be anything. But it feels like you would never find that again, but actually you are, and it's going to be brought to you this time. Like you're not really going to go have to search for it. Like this is, I'm getting the energy like this is spirit, or this is your spirit guides and they're handing this to you. So there's definitely something like that coming through. And I feel like this is going to be more balanced. This is going to be more in alignment for you with the chakras. This is going to be something that you can really look forward to, you know? Maybe again, rejection is protection. We talk about that all the time. Rejection is redirection, you know? And so that's where that faith comes in when things don't work out the way that you want it to, right? You are protected because you're led to something else. You have to understand Spirit's formula here. You might not be able to understand why this didn't work out for you when you really wanted it, but it could be because it was going to take you off balance. It wasn't healthy for you. It wasn't in alignment, or shit, there could just be something better. You know, you just never know. We can't see everything that Spirit can see. So sometimes we have to just trust the process. And I feel like that's something that's happened here, is that there's been a trusting of the process here. Yeah, I feel like this happens on like a everyday, just random Tuesday, right? You're working or getting your schedule together, or you're doing something, just a random day, and it's like, bam, spontaneously, that's when this pops up with the mushrooms. And if y'all been here for a while, you know mushrooms is one of my biggest, like most positive omens, okay? It means that something is going to be changing for the positive, or there's going to be abundance or something coming in. It feels very spontaneous. It feels sporadic, but it's not. There's very much stuff on the back end, stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. And that's what this feels like. So whatever this is that comes through, it like comes through on just a random day when you're doing your random life, and it's like, bam, here it is. Okay? Yeah, and then it's like clink clink, right? Deal. It's a deal, okay? Cheersing with Spirit over something. It's so funny because it reminded me of a conversation I had with my friend where I don't want to talk about what we were talking about, but I was just like, oh, I don't think that's for me anymore. And she was like, well, you never know. What if one day you walk into a Lowe's, or what if one day you walk into whatever, and then bam, it happens. And that's literally, girl, I know you watching because you always watching these readings, but that's literally what I'm picking up. Is like, bam, it just happens. Okay? Yeah, we have the sun coming out, okay? So Leo energy could definitely be significant here. But something is going to be crystal clear. Something's going to be very obvious. And you know what? Mushrooms are back on the bottom of the deck, but it's kind of giving me a different energy this time. I feel like something might pop up and you have no choice but to look at it, but you need to look at it. Like it's blindingly obvious, okay? So this could be something here where, like, let's say there's a leaky pipe beneath your sink. Okay. And you've been noticing that it's leaking, and you're just like, well, you know, I'll fix that when I got a chance. I'll put a bucket under it and it'll be all right, right? But Spirit's saying you need to pay attention to this now before that pipe bursts. Okay, because one thing could pop, 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 right, lead to another. That's the kind of energy I'm getting with this. Like, you're being shown something so you can take care of it before it actually gets worse, or before things kind of spontaneously get out of control. But it's not spontaneous, again, because you saw that leaky pipe for like months, right? And also I'm getting, again, like there's something very positive that's popping up, and it's going to be plain to see that this is very positive. I also feel like whatever this is, this opportunity, when it comes through, it's going to be really plain to see that why something else didn't work out, or why it didn't work out then. Okay. That's also another thing. It's like we have the clarity we need to feel comfortable with the way things have went. Okay. I actually think I'm going to keep everything out that I have on the board, and we're going to clarify, because why not? Talked about it enough, you know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and move on. So what do we have? What is this protection here? What is this protection for Gemini gang? Being protected, or something was protection. Okay, what is this? Wow, something with your money, guys. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. That's 8 Pentacles. Yeah, something with your job, something with your work is being protected, okay? And you're actually being given more opportunities here, or more growth, or something is going to be becoming more stable, or more steady, more reliable is the energy that I'm getting. But the 6 of Pentacles, this tells me you have been, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Oh, this Mercury retrograde is still messing with me. Some of you guys have been putting in a lot of work here with the 6 of Pentacles, and maybe you feel like you haven't been seeing the results back, like you've been juggling a lot, okay? Maybe things have just been up and down or something, but there is something about this being protected, or this smoothing out, for sure. Oh, wow, okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like there's some kind of abundance or legacy that's being protected, okay? So this could be a spiritual legacy, an ancestral one. This could be maybe you have accumulated some good karma from all the deeds that you've done, and maybe that's why. And you know, of course, we don't do good deeds to accumulate good karma. You do the good deeds, and then by default, because you put out that good energy into the world, you're receiving that back. You know, you can't fool Spirit and be like, I'm going to go work at the soup kitchen hoping that I get some good karma off of this. You go work at the soup kitchen because you feel bad and you want to help out, you know? So I feel like there's something here where it's like you've done things out of the goodness of your heart, because the 6 of Pentacles is charity, you know, as well. And so there's something here where it's like you do this out of the good of your heart, and maybe you see things start to multiply, or something starts to get better. But that's what Spirit is saying, is you are being protected because of how much energy and effort that you put in, you know, and your intentions behind why you do what you do, Gemini, okay? And also, if there's any contracts or anything, it's like, make sure you're reading the fine print, make sure you're paying attention, and you're being protected in regards to that. So I kind of get the energy of people are not really able to come to you with dirty deals. So let's say like somebody's going to try to email you, and they want to, you know, throw a proposition your way, but they really have not great intentions. Like for some reason, it might say like delivery failure or something on their end. So I do feel like things might be getting blocked that you're not aware of, you know? And it's protection. So that is the T. Just know that there's new opportunities coming in too, for sure. And these new opportunities are being protected as well. So yeah, your stability, your health, your money, all that is being protected right now. What is this lighthouse? Because we got a lot to get through. So let's keep it moving like Susan. What is this lighthouse here for Gemini gang? What is this lighthouse? What's the T for Gemini? The lighthouse, please. What's the T for them? We have the 9 of Cups, which we know is wish fulfillment, right? We know that's satisfaction. And it's interesting because we have the Page of Wands underneath here, which is my life purpose card, but it's also like good news, okay? So there could be some really good news that's coming in, something that's going to make you feel very happy, very satisfied. I'm also getting like just an immense amount of trust that's coming through when it comes to Spirit. Like I'm getting that so heavily. Like I feel like some of you guys are just trusting in the path. You're trusting in the journey, right? Like your ancestors got you. They're not going to let no little crabby, you know, what have yous disrupt your energy. Like there's something here where not only is your money protected, but your peace is protected. And it's like this energy here of feeling very taken care of. That is just coming through so strong, guys. Okay, it really is. And I feel like you're being opened up to new opportunities here with the Page of Wands. So there could be passionate, new, exciting, maybe work projects you're involved in, or maybe opportunities that come your way, maybe new friends, new people, you know, new things to do, adventures, right? There could be travel coming in, and it's like, you're free to do this. And I feel like you're free to also like surrender in a sense and let life happen. Let the good things happen. That's what's coming through. Yeah. Okay. It's too much, but we have the Ace of Wands that just wanted to come out. Again, it's like a brand new beginning, and one that you're going to feel really inspired by or motivated to achieve or to start. What is this lighthouse? Give me another one for this. Give me another one for this lighthouse, please, for what the tea is. Yeah, we have the Tower here. You know, and the Tower is not something to be feared. Is the Tower chaotic? Yes. Is the Tower destructive? Sure. Can the Tower be jarring? Absolutely, right? But the Tower is also something that is a necessary evil, right? It's something where whatever you felt like was working was not working. Whatever you felt like was good for you was not good for you. And the Tower, for me personally as a reader, is spiritual intervention. It's only going to come through when Spirit comes through to protect you, to take care of you. I'm going to crash this Tower down so you stop wasting your time and your precious energy building up something that's not meant for you. So that way you can start off on a solid foundation and build it up in the right way, or with the correct like products or whatever, guys. You know what I'm trying to say? There's something like that coming through. Okay. And I feel like you're trusting in that process. And it's funny too, because I'm kind of getting a different meaning with two of these both. Oh God, I'm so tired of not being able to speak normally, man. Like, I swear, it's just so annoying. If you guys been here, you know this happens to me every single freaking retrograde. It's ridiculous. I'm like, like, I cannot just spit it the freak out. Anyways, what I was saying was these sandcastle dreams, right? And you may be having this false sense of like, everything's great, everything's amazing, and it's really not, okay? And that's why Spirit has kind of made something shift for you. I feel like this has already happened because there's a big sense of like trusting the process coming through. Now, for others of you, this could be somebody else's energy around you. They could have really thought like they were, I don't know why this is giving this energy, guys, but it is. So please take this as it resonates. But this light, it's like they get closer and closer and closer, and they realize it's a fucking train coming at them. I don't know. That is not for everybody, but that is for somebody. So it's like they have this false sense of security, like, I've got my sandcastle and my cups and everything's good. And it's like, Spirit's like, yeah, let's just have one proper wave come in there and see what will take place. So maybe that's this person's lesson they need to learn. Something that's between them and Spirit, right? But it does feel like there's something like that going on, okay? Interesting messages. What is this formula here? What is this formula for what the tea is for Gemini gang? What is this formula, please? We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, somebody wants to know how you are the way that you are. Why you are the way that you are. I feel like you're very loving, you're very nurturing, you're very giving, you're very maybe psychic, okay? For some of you guys, possibly very spiritual. There's an energy here of having been through a lot, but you're still loving. Like you're still, you know, soft and gentle, and maybe life has hardened this person and they don't understand why you are soft still, or why you're so divinely guided, why you're still open, why you're still pregnant with Spirit's baby. For some of you guys, just on a shadow note, somebody could be trying to figure out how you're pregnant when they do the math. They weren't with you during that time. That's not for everybody, but that is for somebody. For some reason, they're giving me that movie 9 Months, where Robin Williams is their doctor and he puts in the due date and he's like, I was in a conference in DC. I'm not the father, right? And she's like, put it in again. Put it in again, right? And he goes, oh, I had it on primates, right? So, because he used to be a doctor for apes or whatever. So their pregnancy cycle is different. And anyways, that's what they're showing me for somebody. So I don't know. There could be some kind of weird miscommunication, or maybe the kid is not your son. Okay, that's for somebody. Damn, that's a toxic message, but that is for somebody here, okay? For the majority of you, yeah, I just feel like somebody wants to know why you are as beautiful and caring and loving and spiritual and psychic as you are, considering how much you've been through. Yeah, I feel like for some of you guys, they're like, is it magic? Is it manipulation? What is it, right? That's not for everybody, okay? But that does feel like it. There are some people that are maybe questioning how you do, what you're doing, how you got where you got, all that good stuff. If it is not that messy situation about the baby, yeah, somebody could be like, did you manipulate something? Did you do something? Like, there is an accusatory type of energy here, you know? So, I don't know. I don't really know, but there's something there with that. Yeah, there for sure, guys, for sure. It's either somebody is just like, they're looking into you. Okay, very Inspector Gadget with the King of Swords coming through. They're trying to figure out something. They're trying to get to the bottom line of something. What is the truth with the King of Swords? Okay. Again, on either why you are the way you are, how you're so healed, how you were able to heal, why you're so loving, why you're so psychic, where do your gifts really come from, whatever that is for you. But if it's that pregnancy thing, yeah. Somebody looking into that, they want to know. They might even be wanting to get like a DNA test or something done. I don't know, guys. That's some messy stuff, but hey, it's there. Like, somebody is definitely looking into you. They want to know how you are. Or they want to know the answers when it comes to something, okay? For those of you that this is not involving a pregnancy, I feel like they're going to find out that you're just, divinely touched here, right? You've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of shadow work. We talk about this with the star. All that energy that comes through from spirit, you integrate it through yourself and you put it right back into the earth, right? So there's something here where it's like people are just going to have to accept the divine process that happens with you. Okay? I believe I said it when this card came out. If they really want to know how you are the way you are and why you are the way you are, they're going to have to go all the way back to birth and then continue on. That's that, because there is no real, directions or manual behind who you are, Gemini, but somebody wants to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out. They're not able to, oh my God, what is that song? Something about the key to your heart or finding the key to your heart or something. A masculine energy could be trying to find the key to a feminine energy's heart. She's not really focused on this masculine though, at this point in time. Reverse the roles or whatever you need to do, Gemini, okay? But somebody is not focused on somebody. I feel like somebody is focused on their own self, their own growth, their own healing. And this person maybe at one point wasn't focused on them either, but now this person is. And it's like, how do I find God, what is that song they're playing? Key to your heart or gift of your heart. I don't know. There's something like that. Anyways, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. This person might want to give a solid offer, and maybe they're trying to find out if that's possible. They could be trying to manifest this. Look, I knew there was something love related. I was feeling it. 2 of Cups underneath that 3 of Wands. That's not for everybody, So take it as it resonates. All right, let's see. What is this reminiscing? I wish we could get back to the way we were, but I'm bottled up and I don't know what to say. And what is this talking about? So what the T is for Gemini gang. Carrying connections. Okay, yeah, the Fool. I feel like somebody does want to take a little bit of a leap here. Maybe they feel like they're a fool too. Maybe somebody was too busy being worried about like outside things or superficial things, surface level things that really don't matter at the end of the day, So there could have been like a priorities that needed to be rearranged a little bit. Like, not saying that you should not prioritize your life when you have a relationship and just only prioritize the relationship. That's not healthy. But it's like, it feels like this person swings. Like, they either prioritize everything into a relationship and then they can't prioritize anything and they have to do it all in their work. It's like somebody needs to learn how to be balanced or something in a connection to be able to give more. That's for somebody here. Somebody feels you are very attractive, and I mean very attractive, okay? Somebody is really into you. And maybe they bottle that up. Maybe they dream about you a lot. They think about you a lot. That's the T. Somebody dream about you like day and night. Okay, that's for somebody. All the time this person's thinking about you, Gemini. Damn, what'd you do to him? Yeah, look. Somebody could have invited somebody else into the situation, or there could have been something like that. I feel like this person feels like a whole fool, if that's the case. If not, and for a fact that's not the case, I feel like they've just watched you grow, into this like Empress energy. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, you're all right. You're like a little, hot and feisty Queen of Wands over here. You got something to work with. But now it's like they see you as like a whole Empress and they're like, damn, it's like somebody is like mystified or something. I feel like somebody just wishes they would have taken a chance, or they wish they would have lived in the moment a little bit more. Okay. I wish they maybe would have listened to Spirit, because we do see the hawks flying in the background. Spirit is hawk energy for me. Yeah, somebody's had a change in perspective. Exactly. They also might feel like you've had a change in perspective. Got the Queen of Swords out here. Like, they might feel like you're cold to them now. Or you put in some kind of firm boundary, or you're not worried about it or pressed about it. I don't know, Gemini, shit. There's something there with that. But somebody has had a change in perspective. And if you've been with this person for a while, like we were talking about that marriage situation, yeah, this person feels like you're just frosty now. Like there's, you know, like again, like you want to go dance in the rain like we used to. And they're like, I have to take care of the kids. Little Johnny needs a bath. Okay. Like it's like that kind of energy. I don't know. I don't know. Getting somebody like asking somebody on the weekend, like, hey, do you want to go have brunch while little Johnny's at the grandparents' house? And they're like, no, I need to go to the gym. I got to get my run in. It's like somebody feels distant in a long-term connection for sure. Like they feel like somebody's just distant. And if this is somebody who has like that cognitive disease or whatever, okay, like Alzheimer's or something, it's like, that's just what it is. And they know that. Okay. But this person still loves this other person, even though the other person don't remember who they are half the time. I don't know, guys. This is a weird message, man. It's so specific. Anyways, I want to know what's bottled up. If this is somebody who wishes they would have taken the risk, the chance, and they're seeing things differently now. Like what's the bottled up thing? What are they bottled up in regards to, Spirit? The moon. Well, their emotions. Right? The things that they keep hidden, the things that the illusions that maybe they've spun, right? Because maybe somebody trying to act like they don't really care. You know, you're a dime a dozen, you know, easy pickings, right? Like maybe they just treated you or told you these things. And this was a lie, right? With the moon. It's like they have a lot of emotion for you. They have a depth of emotion, a whole ocean of emotion for you, Gemini. But for some reason, they decided to act like they didn't. And this person regrets that now because they see like when a good thing comes around, you treat it like it's a good thing, right? Some of the Ace of Swords are like a truth coming to the surface now for this person. It's interesting because the moon, you know, of course, can talk about that illusion. Even on a full moon, it's like you can still see brightly outside, but it's not like when you're out in the sun, right? You see things a whole lot clearer out in the day versus on a full moon. So even though this person might have given you some of the truth or some of the information or whatever, it's like they still, you know, concealed things is the energy that I'm getting, a concealment. That's what this is, especially with this bottled up energy. Like they're still bottling things up. This is somebody who doesn't understand that to change, you need to change. You regret that you weren't open. So how are you going to remedy that? You're going to stay closed off. Well, make it make sense, bro. You know, because it really don't. And maybe that's what this person is figuring out too. Like, I do not make sense. I need to start getting on that. I don't know, guys. Like, that's the energy that's coming through though. But I feel like what they have bottled up is how they truly feel or how they truly see a situation. Look, the truth came out with the 5 of Cups. When the truth came out, what is that? I didn't know what to do. I don't know what song that is. Y'all already know they give me songs I just don't know. I don't know why they give me songs I don't know. But something, when the something and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. Y'all will know what song it is. Y'all always know. But yeah, there's something there with that. It's like, they see these 3 cups spilt over. And if they did like add somebody else, they're just like, again, ashamed of that, you know? But if that's not the case and it's just like they let this good love just waste away, they're just, yeah. Maybe they're recognizing a pattern. Maybe they're looking at all the cups and you're just one of those cups, right? Maybe they did this to the ex before you and then the ex before them and then the ex before, like, you know, like somebody might be seeing some things about themselves. And this could be because Spirit has put this person in spiritual purgatory, locked their ass up. So that way that they can think about things for a second. But the truth is that this person is sad and they miss you, Gemini, whether they're willing to admit that to you and barely to themselves, right? They still sad. You don't have to come tell me, bro. I don't really care. You don't have to tell me. You know you're sad. Shit. That's your sadness. You know what I mean? I feel like there's something where you feel like that. It's like, okay, you're sad. And good. Because I was sad for, I don't know, however fucking long this happened. I've been sad. So, you know, join the party. I feel like somebody feels like that out here. I don't know. Like, you know. Oh, God. Relationships are so messy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they cut it off short or something. I feel like somebody was like, they lowballed you or they didn't give you what you deserve, right? Page of Pentacles. He's like, yep. Look at him on his little feet. Yep. I'm sorry. I always just laugh at this card because it's just, yep. I'm going to give her this coin and she's going to love it. Right? And it's like, I feel like their ancestors were like, but you have so much more you can give down here with this little bag of coins. Like, but why are you only giving that? It's like somebody gave the bare minimum and that was the nail in the motherfucking coffin. Okay? That was what ended something. Giving the bare minimum. Doing the least. Okay? Instead of doing the most. I feel like maybe you were doing the most, Gemini. Somebody was doing the absolute least. Okay? I don't know why they're showing me this, but they're showing me somebody rolling out a pie crust. And you know how like you put the pie crust into the glass pie tray or whatever, and then you cut around the edges, and then there's that little like ribbon strip that's left that gets discarded usually. It's like, that's what they gave to you. So whatever they were baking this pie for, be it another person or their work or their family or their lack mentality, their mindsets, their insecurity, whatever they were putting their priorities and their focus on, they were giving you little scraps and expecting you to be like grateful for that, like Tiny Tim. Thank you, sir. Right? Thank you for these little tiny scraps. Like that's what the kind of energy I'm getting. And like when you weren't, they were like, oh. And I feel like they actually kind of act like a dick about it. Like you're the problem. So I don't know. That's why I don't read for love, y'all. Anyways, let's move forward. What is this flowers here for what the tea is for Gemini gang? What are these flowers? Look. Okay, you can't make it up. The Empress, exactly. Somebody sees you are deserving of those flowers now. Somebody sees that. Maybe people in general are seeing that, Gemini. I don't know, you know, but it feels like people are seeing that you're deserving of a lot more than what you've been given. That's the tea. You know, and whether they want to admit that or not, it don't matter. That's the tea. For some of you guys, somebody is karmically bound to give you their somebody is karmically bound to give you the flowers. Okay, that is for somebody. I don't know. It's giving the energy of like maybe they owe something to you from a past life or something, you know? And so in this lifetime, they are meant to give you recognition or meant to give you praise. Like maybe somebody in a past life told you, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're not good at that. And it kind of set your life off on a whole course of like destruction and took you off your path. And so to make up for that in this lifetime, in this karma, they need to give you the praise they didn't give you in that lifetime. That's very specific, but that is for somebody. Okay. Also, the tea is like somebody's like mother, grandmother. Somebody is very proud of you, Gemini. That's just for somebody, okay? And they like it too when you give them flowers if you have an altar or you put flowers on their grave or something like that, if they're not around, okay? Or if they are around, you should give your mother some flowers, okay? There's something like that. Give your mom or your grandma or your auntie or somebody who's an elder that's a feminine energy in your family and, you know, you like them like that, right? Give them some flowers. There's something there with that, okay? Gotta appreciate people while they're here, you know, because they don't last forever. But yeah, there's something here with that. I feel like justice is coming through, and this is justice. It's justice that somebody watches you get your flowers. It's justice that somebody sees now that you are worthy of it. Like there's, yeah, it's, you know, yeah. I don't know why they're showing me that. I don't know if you guys have seen that reel where the guy is doing the trick on the scooter and his friend is filming and he's like, hooray! There's something like that happening. I don't know, guys. I don't know why my guides are the way they are. We have the Ace of Wands though. Yeah, maybe somebody's like fired up to give you the flowers now. I don't know. Or maybe this is what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to get a lot of recognition. Maybe that's a tea. And Spirit wants you to know that. Like a lot of people are going to be coming through trying to give you your flowers. Okay? Because you ignite people. You inspire people. You know? Somebody's really turned on by you too. They think you're hella attractive. Male or female. They think you are very attractive. I'm hearing like aging in reverse. Yes. Okay. So some of you guys don't look your age. Like you look like 10, 20, 30 years younger for some of you guys. Like you just do not look your age. And somebody is just like hella attractive. And it's that good energy, right? Like the first step of your skincare routine is being a high vibrational person, okay? That's what that is, because being nasty and negative ages your ass really quickly. So there's something here where it's like you're just, yeah, you're looking good, you're smelling good, you're attracting people. That's the tea, Gemini. What is this? Crystal slipper or whatever, glass slipper. What is this for the tea for Gemini gang? We have the Queen of Swords. So when something does approach again or come back around, whether it's the same thing or it's a different thing, like, I feel like somebody's not going to be as excited as they were the first time, which honestly is normal. It's natural, right? So let's say that we go back to that example of the house. You got really excited about this last house. So it broke your little heart when you found out that that house had black mold and you can't have it, you know? So when this house comes around, now you're not going to get excited until you have this thing fully inspected. Like, you're not jumping right in or jumping fully in anymore to things that are being offered to you. You know, maybe you were like the king or queen of giving things or people the benefit of the doubt, you know, and you're just not doing that anymore. So there's this energy here where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to check the Carfax first. Make sure this wasn't in a flood or there's no problems or it wasn't in a wreck, or like, it's like making sure, being a little bit more guarded when this comes around. It's like you're happy and you're willing to entertain it or receive it, right? The queen is taking guests. Okay, she's taking suitors, she's taking company, all those things, but she is going to vet people. Like, it's not like, I don't know, because this queen was once young and, you know, had somebody come in and believe them and then they weren't who they said they were. So now this queen checks, you know? So there's that kind of energy coming through. Where it's like, we're going to have strong boundaries. We're not going to like immediately dismiss people, but we are going to make sure, like, you know, cling, 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 right? Make sure this is actually like a crystal slipper and it's not just like plastic or something. There's something like that going on. That's the tea. Like, you are not just letting people in or letting things in or, you know, putting all your eggs in one basket or getting super excited about things until you know it's time to get excited. Like, I will get excited when it's time to get excited. That's the energy that's coming through, guys. So you let me know if it makes sense. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of waiting for spirit to let you know. You know? Maybe you feel like you got led into traps before or something. But there, you know, I only say that is because this cat, like, lead him off, like, hey, come over here. There's something like that for somebody. But I feel like for the majority of you, it's like, yeah, Virgo energy with the Hermit. Like, we're waiting for spirit to tell us that this is what we should do, or this is the right person, or this is the right house, or we're going to wait till we gather the information, right, with the Hermit that we need. Then we'll get excited. Then we'll get happy. Then we'll start to open up, you know? So there's definitely something coming through. And, you know, the Hermit being Virgo energy, Virgos tend to kind of lean towards being a little bit of perfectionists and kind of being analytical. So there could be there's something like that going on. Interesting reading, y'all. Let's get some advice and additional messages here. Okay, for this What's the Tea? We're going to use a Soul Lesson Journey card. Okay. So what do we have here for Gemini? Advice and additional messages for this What's the Tea reading. We have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yes. Okay, and that's the, you know, again, your peace being very protected here, just naturally by spirit. Like, so I feel like you are in a lot of peace in certain ways, and like, things aren't perfect. Life isn't perfect. It's never gonna be, but like, you're happy with where you're at right now, or things are okay. Like, you know, the boat is going along smoothly. Yeah, we have abundance. We like to see it. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And we did see that your abundance is being protected massively. So expect an abundant, prosperous future here, because that is what's coming your way. We have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I feel that so strongly, y'all, for some of you guys, right? I feel like for whoever was connecting with that storyline that we were picking up of somebody who is now suddenly it's hitting them how much they care and how much they fucked up and all that stuff, where the other person knew immediately how they felt. You know, I feel like a denial or an avoidance was masked as an acceptance for somebody. Like, they were like, well, I guess there's nothing I can do, you know? So I guess I just got to let this go. Even though that's really low key what they wanted, because they didn't want to deal with whatever the situation was, and they wanted to avoid, right? And maybe now the roles have reversed, where they see now that that's what was happening, but they need to come around to accepting that and then maybe doing better if they can, or whatever, even if it's not with you, it's with other people, doing better, treating people better, being more authentic. But I feel like you, Gemini, you are in this state of acceptance now. Like, I know I can't change this. I can't change this, and I have accepted what it is. And so there's a peace that comes through with that. Like, there's a gratitude, yeah, for the lesson, for the journey. Like, that's the energy that's coming through, guys. We have regret. Yeah, I feel like somebody is in regret over you. I just do. I feel like they're in their imagination. I feel like they're thinking a lot. They're dreaming about you. They're haunted. I feel like this person is feeling like maybe they, again, with that avoidance and that denial energy, they sat there for a while and tried to act like this was out of their hands and out of their circumstances, when really it was their actions and decisions that directly led to this. Like, you know, it's like, take some accountability, take some responsibility. You're not just a child in the back seat. You have a choice. You have a say-so. And so somebody is in regret. It says, I know I can't change the past. And I feel like you guys are both in the same energy and mirroring, but in different ways. Like, you're not regretting things anymore. You're not, it's like this energy of acceptance coming through because you know you can't change the past. And this person's in regret because they know they can't change the past, right? There's like that kind of energy going on. So if that resonates for you guys, then there you go. We have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. That's literally what I was just saying. We all have autonomy. We all have a choice. Yes, choices can be hard. Yes, we can deal with fallout and backlash if we make certain choices. And some choices are harder than others. But we all, at the end of the day, do have a choice. You know? We all do have the free will to create our happiness, to create our life that we want to see for ourselves. Nobody is just stuck. You know? Again, even if it's hard, you can move forward or you can change. We have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So take care of your health, Gemini. Focus on you. Focus on your health. Happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I am on the right path. Exactly. If you're happy, what else is there? Right? But if you're not happy, then maybe that's an indicator that you need to change some things. You know? I'm not trying to lecture anybody because I know that a lot of us aren't here, but there are people who come into the comments talking about how they have nothing to look forward to. They have nothing to be thankful for. And it's like, okay, well, maybe that's the problem. Your mindset, right? Life is hard, and life has been hard for everybody, not just you. You're not the only one that's lost somebody or lost everything or had to file bankruptcy or had a chronic illness, or like, there's lots of people in this collective who have lost things. You know, and they can still rise up and they can still smile. We all have a choice. So if you're not happy, if you're one of the Geminis that I'm talking to right now that is not happy, that is an indicator that there's some changes that need to take place. And the change might start with you. Anyways, last one before I get bitched at for lecturing. We have envy. Makes sense, because I do feel like there is, it's just been in the collective recently. But yeah, there's enviness going on around here, right? But says, I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. And that's interesting because I feel like, again, some people can look at other people and think, this person has it so much easier. They were fed from a silver spoon. They didn't go through anything. They don't have any problems. And it's like, everybody has problems. Everybody has things they're going through. Everybody suffers in some kind of way. Their suffering might just look a little bit different than your suffering, right? So whereas you might have grown up really dirt poor and struggling and suffering, you might look at a rich person as like, oh, you got it so easy, everything in life been handed to you, but they have like wild expectations on their life and they're not even allowed to, like, I don't know, you know, put on the pants the way that they want to. Like, everybody has their different struggles in life. So when we look at somebody and we think that they have it so much easier, it's just a projection and it's just a distortion. You know, looking at yourself and figuring out how you can be happier versus comparing your life to others will help heal whatever that is, okay? All right, guys, that has been your reading. I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.